Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 57, last 8 episodes of the series, and Fu, last time we left off, was furious upon meeting Bradley. Definitely wants to take revenge for his granddaughter's arm, and yeah, it's curious to see how this will all continue to unravel. We've seen father exit his human leather bag of skin, eat it. And now I don't know what they're gonna do with Hohenheim versus father either. So yeah. Anyway, guys, full reaction is on Patreon. Check that out. And otherwise, let's get started. Lanfan, you feel that, right? Get there.
Fuhrer Bradley has returned?
The Fuhrer is at the main gate?
So now I know what the bastard who took my granddaughter's arm looks like.
Chill, man. Eternal leave. That sounds like death.
Is that so? You sacrifice our country just so you officials can gain immortality and enslave the
Throbbing.
world as your own?
Why shouldn't we do it? We're creating a world without war.
And you just have to murder the world first.
They would be given eternal life while dwelling inside us. Don't you see we would bring the world together as one? All as one, and one as all. As the few chosen ones of Amestris, we will bring unity to the entire country.
With her sandal, too.
So there you have it. You still on their side?
Now wait, listen men. You need to follow orders. That's the only way I can put in a good word for you.
Oh, Zumi. Smack him with the take her sandal and smack him with it too. Ooh.
We've been unable to contact any of our allies near the office, General. I've got a bad feeling they've been surrounded by Central troops.
Yeah.
Understood. Get out of there if it gets too dangerous. Get out and leave me behind.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
It won't take much time for their soldiers to fully regroup and seize the building.
Then we should hurry.
Hurry and dig a tunnel out of here?
I can easily dig us an escape tunnel to the streets.
Escape, huh?
That's right. I don't mean to sound rude, but you look like you could use a little breather at this point.
Did they take care of all the immortal soldiers? Because they must have.
We're getting close.
So you can feel it too, huh? Best way I can explain it is that my old wounds are starting to ache.
Whoa. Is this the
Well now, I wasn't exactly
Doctor?
expecting to have an audience.
Who the hell are you?
How should I answer that? You might know me as the man who created King Bradley. That is my most proud accomplishment.
You're obviously working with them.
I thought you were at the radio station when in fact you've come here to meet me in person. I can't tell you how much trouble you've saved me,
Oh,
Colonel
no.
Mustang.
what? Oh, these are the
You boys keep them out
backup
of my
viewers.
just a few minutes. They may not be as
Oh, wait.
powerful as Bradley himself, but they are strong.
Dodging bullets. Oh, man.
What a stupid time to go passing out.
You got stabbed through the stomach.
Keep resting.
Forgot about this. Better keep it in or I'll just bleed to death.
Oh. Oh.
It's not like I mean incoming.
Ow. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, yeah, I was like, he's...
It's impressive how quickly you move.
You're even older than I am. However, this is as old as your blood to
No! Whoa.
Forgive me. My life isn't worth fighting for.
Don't give me that crap! Are you honestly telling me that I should be like him? A king should fight for his people, because he is nothing without them. This man is about to sacrifice his own nation. You need to rest, please!
I think he's done. Oh, crap. Oh, that is too much.
You're right, young lord. I need rest. Time for this old man to find rest.
Whoa!
Harden your shield, Greed. Protect the young lord's body. I'm taking you straight to hell with me, Bradley! You bastard!
God dang.
Even while sacrificing myself, I still couldn't lay a single scratch on him.
No.
Shameful death.
What?
Philosopher's Stone might have given you the eyes of a god, but even you can't dodge an attack if you can't see it coming.
Holy crap.
All right, old man. You have my gratitude. Thank
For stabbing you through the back. For having a hand in Bradley's downfall. Oh. Jeez. She got here in time to see that. Finally got.
Let's just hope that everyone's okay.
Brother.
They spent so long just having car troubles. He still has that Philosopher's Stone, right?
You keep leaving your back wide open, sir.
Well, I gotta give you something to do.
What? Did somebody take care of the doctor? I don't know what the heck he's doing.
The portal of truth.
I take it you're referring to how the Elric brothers lost their bodies. Tell me, what price was it that you paid?
I lost part of my insides.
The homunculi refer to those unfortunate enough to have opened the portal of truth as sacrifices. That could very likely be a clue as to what the enemy has in store.
So then, I take it there was somebody that you lost.
Don't you have someone that you'd risk anything to see one last time?
That's not really the kind of thing we soldiers think about. However, I do have some experience with what you've described. My first encounter with Edward Elric. When a homunculus invaded Fort Briggs, Edward blatantly refused my orders to tell me what he knew about it. The look in his eyes was desperate. A boy willing to pay any price to protect the things he loved. I'd be lying if I were to tell you that I wasn't moved when I looked into his eyes. But still, that doesn't change the fact that he is a naive child. I only hope that he can help lead us out of this fight without his naivete burying us.
Somebody interrupt this guy already? Oh god.
Join me.
What is this?
What's he doing?
Burn them already. Burn them all.
Now then, here goes!
The fifth laboratory. We've got 5. It's a transmutation circle.
Oh.
The entire city.
Oh. This is. Oh, that's what that is. The tunnels connecting all these laboratories.
What's happening?
Animal instincts.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Animal instincts.
Then it's time to part ways.
You're going back.
We can't turn our backs on this fight now.
We're on a path leading directly to the heart of the enemy. We didn't come all this way just to pass up the chance to storm in there and pop some ventricles.
Pop some ventricles? You still need to get out of here. You
Saved our lives.
can't be sacrificed.
Thanks for your help, Azumi Curtis.
Don't mention it. Good luck, General Armstrong.
Oh. They just stood there. They don't care. They just stood there and got devoured. The sacrifices? Now? Oh, no, 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 no. But there aren't 5 of them yet. The other one's supposed to be Hohenheim, and Roy never... Whoa. What? Hopefully what Hohenheim had to counter that comes into play now. So, our heroes are fine, right? No way they just killed off Ed, Al, and Izumi just in one fell swoop, but it also doesn't feel like it's the sacrificing process because Roy and Hohenheim were meant to be sacrifices too, and we didn't see them disappear. Granted, Hohenheim wasn't in the scene at all, but Roy was there and he was watching in horror as Ed disappeared. He also hasn't opened the truth gate thing, so he's not ready to be sacrificed yet. So could the doctor be preparing them for sacrifice but hasn't finished the alchemic reaction yet? Or I don't know, but there's got to be a way to reverse it. I don't think they're gone for good. But yeah, Hohenheim said he had a countermeasure, but that felt like it was for whatever father was doing, not for what the doctor is doing, though that could be one and the same as well. Not entirely sure. He mentions that the doctor mentions that he created Bradley, though, King Bradley, and so he also had a hand in also training all those men who could have been the Fuhrer as well, and uses them as pawns, and sacrifices several of them to start that alchemic reaction, I suppose as a way of like opening the gate. I think he sacrifices 5 of them and the gate opens beneath Ed, Al, or the truth, the eye thing opens beneath Ed, Al, and Izumi. It almost seems like the backlash from committing human transmutation, except why wouldn't it hit the doctor and instead hit targets that aren't even close by? I guess the alchemy circle is citywide since it's centered around the 5 laboratories. Or not centered, it's the 5 points are at the 5 laboratories. But it's actually really interesting because despite this world being built on the existence of alchemy, I feel like we still barely understand its implication and how exactly it works. It's like we know the basics, but I still spend half of my time being surprised at just what is capable of happening with it. But yeah, earlier in the episode, Izumi starts turning some central soldiers, or Olivier and Izumi start turning central soldiers to their side, after the general just spills his guts. Somehow he thought after he told them that they would all be killed so that he and other top-ranking officials could live on, that they would still listen to him for some reason. And I mean, for a second, they were debating it, so just like really drilled to do whatever the heck you're told, taught not to think for yourself. But at least there was a time for them before they were soldiers, even if they grew up in a military dictatorship, because they are able to change their mind, whereas we see an even more intense militarization and even more intense loyalty and willingness to obey orders with the other humans who were molded to become king. And they just lined up to get sacrificed. And now it feels like we haven't had a death that we really cared about for quite a while until now. Poor Fu. I mean, Link still wanted to save him, obviously, but Greed actually did too. They actually called out at the same time, and I'm wondering if this means that their personalities are coming together more. Like, is it possible that they become a single consciousness at some point? Or maybe they're slowly having an effect on each other. Maybe Greed is softening, and Ling is maybe becoming more hardened. Could be reading too much into it. Could be Greed saw Fu as Ling's property, and he thought Ling is his property, so he thought Fu was his property as well. But yeah, this issue comes up again of what kind of king Ling wants to be. Not the kind of man Bradley is, who would throw away his whole nation, but someone who will fight for all of his people. And yeah, Fu went against that wish and knew he was too far gone, rushed in with bombs lit, trying to blow up Bradley with him. Of course, with one slash, Bradley defuses all of them and delivers the final blow. Well, I guess that isn't technically the final blow, because Buccaneers... I think Buccaneers could count as the final blow, but I don't know. Speaking of Buccaneer, though, I was ragging on him pretty hard last episode because I was like, there's no way you're going to hurt Bradley. Why are you still attacking him despite the fact that he let you alive twice? He got cut down twice and then impaled by Bradley's sword. And I was like, can you just stay down so you don't bleed out and die? Like, I applaud your tenacity, but this is all for nothing. But turns out, not so much. He goes and pulls this move after Fu is sinking to Bradley's feet with those bombs defused. Buccaneer pierces Bradley with his own damn sword through the body of Fu. Whew, and Fu thanks him for making his death mean something, for giving him kind of an honorable death. For, yeah, it's just, wow, a great moment, and a really sad one as well. And we've never seen Bradley even get hurt before, so this is big. And because he was a human who was infused with a stone to become a homunculi, I've had conversations before speculating whether or not he can heal. And so I feel like based on the emotional impact of that attack, he can't just like heal like it was nothing, right? Fu's sacrifice can't be for nothing, I think. And because of that first injury, Greeling is actually able to jump in and attack. You can see tears in his eyes as he uses his ultimate shield, more like an ultimate spear, because it's so hard. He breaks through Bradley's borrowed sword. I think it was originally Fu's that Bradley got a hold of. But it breaks the sword, gashes his eye with the tattoo on it, his ultimate eye. So does that weaken his abilities a great deal? I imagine he's still a force to be reckoned with, but we might have an advantage now here. And I'm not sure if Buccaneer is dead too. He said something to Fu about dying alongside him or going to hell with him. And he also said earlier on that taking the sword out might kill him. So I don't know. It didn't feel too final, though he and Fu both sunk to the ground at the same time after Bradley kicked them out of the stab wound. But yeah, Dr. Marco was just outside the gate, and he can heal, right? I think he healed Heinkel at least, but that was, I guess, with the Philosopher's Stone, and he might have given that back to Al, who just disappeared into nothingness at the end. So I think it would be too cheap for Fu to get healed up and be fine. I think that would be too cheap. It would cheapen the feeling of the sacrifice. Buccaneer, though, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they can make it for him. Lan Fan had to come exactly at the time to see her grandfather die, which, I mean, we saw how much he loved her and how much how much he flew into a rage because he found the person who cut off his granddaughter's arm. I can't imagine what she's going through right now, seeing her grandfather die. Maybe she goes after him next episode. Gonna give this episode a 9.5. A noble sacrifice from Fu, possibly from Buccaneer as well. So rest in peace to them. And our heroes disappearing, Azumi et al., possibly being sacrificed at this very moment. The only thing that doesn't gel is that not all of the sacrifices are being sacrificed at once, but I guess there is no stipulation that we've heard of that says that all of them have to be sacrificed at the same time. But I don't think we've ever seen a transmutation that lasts like very, very long. So it's not like they can prepare Roy for this sacrifice like right now, right? Who knows though. Alright, 7 more episodes left. That's it. It feels like too short. I don't know what we're going to get into, but looking forward to it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to post this to Patreon first, so hopefully you checked out that link. Otherwise, hopefully this eventually makes it to YouTube once those previous copyright strikes die or I succeed in getting rid of them. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.